What if the biggest discovery in modern physics wasn't really an answer, but a question? Today, we are going deep inside the High-Luminosity Large Hadron Collider. It's this absolutely breathtaking upgrade to a machine that's already designed to hunt for the fundamental secrets of our universe, and maybe, just maybe, to ask some questions we haven't even dreamed of yet.
Welcome to our Quantum Deep Dive. Our guide for this incredible journey today is a really comprehensive and insightful essay by Yergawa Schneeppot. Everything we're going to cover is drawn from his amazing work.
All right, so here's our roadmap. First, we're going to tackle the big why. Why do we even need an upgrade now that we've found the Higgs boson? Then we'll get into what this luminosity upgrade really is. After that, we'll take a peek inside the mind-boggling tech of the super collider itself. From there, it's all about the hunt for cosmic secrets. We're talking dark matter. And finally, we'll zoom out and see what a colossal project like this means for all of us.
You know the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC? It already had its moment in the sun, right? It found the Higgs boson. But, as it so often happens in science, that gigantic answer just opened the door to even bigger and, frankly, weirder questions.
So when you look at this timeline, here's what's just wild to me. They started designing this massive upgrade in 2011. That was before they even confirmed they'd found the Higgs boson. That shows you just how sure they were that finding the Higgs was never going to be the end of the story. Its discovery in 2012, yeah, it was a massive win for the standard model of physics, but it was also kind of like a flashlight, suddenly illuminating just how much we don't know.
And that's the whole paradox, isn't it? The Higgs proved our theories were on the right track, but it left the biggest mysteries totally unsolved. What is dark matter? Why is gravity so incredibly weak compared to other forces? Finding that particle wasn't about closing the book on physics. It was about realizing we needed to write a whole new, much stranger chapter. And to read that chapter, well, we're going to need a much brighter light.
And this is exactly where the High-Luminosity LHC comes into play. The key is right there in the name. To have a shot at answering these new, much deeper questions, scientists at CERN realized they couldn't just keep colliding particles. They needed to create an absolutely insane number of collisions. It was time to turn up the brightness.
That's exactly right. So what is luminosity? Well, in the world of particle physics, it's pretty much the single most important number for a collider. The best way to think about it is like this. Imagine you're an astronomer trying to get a picture of a super faint, really distant galaxy. You can't just take a quick snapshot, right? You need a long exposure. You have to let your camera soak up as much light, as many photons as possible. Luminosity is basically the same idea. It's how many particles we can squeeze into a tiny space to maximize our chances of a collision. So higher luminosity just means more collisions, and more collisions means a whole lot more data.
And the scale we're talking about here is just staggering. We're not talking about a little performance boost. Nope. The goal for the HL-LHC is to get 10 times more data over its lifetime than the original LHC ever could. And look, this isn't about doing the same science just faster. This is about making entirely new science possible. We're talking about events that are so incredibly rare, they might have only happened once every few years in the old machine. Now, they could be happening dozens of times. We'll be able to hunt for things that were basically invisible to us before.
So, the big question is, how on earth do you get a tenfold increase out of a machine that is already one of the most complex things humanity has ever built? Well, it takes a complete technological overhaul. We are talking about pushing engineering to its absolute limits. Let's dig into the specifics.
This table right here just shows the sheer scale of the jump. First, you see integrated luminosity. That's just a fancy way of saying the total number of potential collisions. That's jumping from around 300 to 3,000. But the part that really blows my mind is the pile-up rate. That's how many collisions are happening every single time the particle bunches cross paths. It's going from 40 to as many as 200. Now imagine trying to figure out what happened in one specific car crash, when 200 other cars smash together at the exact same place at the exact same millisecond. It's an insane data problem, and it means you need totally new magnets and a way smarter system for guiding those beams.
And at the very heart of all this are these brand new superconducting magnets. The original LHC used niobium titanium, but the HL-LHC is using niobium tin. These things are absolute monsters. They can create magnetic fields over 11 Tesla, which is, something like 200,000 times stronger than Earth's magnetic field? It's this incredible power that lets them squeeze the proton beams down to an impossibly fine point right before they collide, just cranking up the odds of something happening.
Okay, now to get these magnets to superconduct,
To carry all that electricity with zero resistance, you have to get them unbelievably cold. We're talking 1.9 Kelvin. That is minus 271.25 degrees Celsius. Let me put that in perspective for you. That is literally colder than the empty space between galaxies. The cryogenic system they need to keep this 27-kilometer ring at that temperature is one of the biggest, most complex refrigerators ever built. I mean, it is just an absolute marvel of engineering.
And all of that engineering, all that liquid helium and raw magnetic power, it's all for one thing: to go hunting. Hunting for the answers to some of the biggest questions in all of science. It's a tool that's been built to find the ghosts in the machine of the universe.
So what's on the most wanted list? I mean, it honestly reads like something straight out of science fiction. We're on the lookout for evidence of something called supersymmetry, or SUSY. We're searching for particles that could finally be the candidates for dark matter, the stuff that makes up most of the universe. They're even looking for signs of hidden extra dimensions. And of course, they want to put the Higgs boson itself under a super-powered microscope like never before.
So let's talk about supersymmetry for a second. It's this beautiful, elegant theory that suggests there's a deeper symmetry in nature. The idea is that for every particle we know and love, like an electron, there should be a much heavier superpartner particle. Now, we haven't found any of them yet, probably because they're so massive they decay almost instantly. But here's the real kicker, and you can see it on the slide. The theory says the lightest of these superpartners should be stable. It would be invisible, it would have mass. It sounds a lot like the job description for a dark matter particle, right? The fire hose of data from the HL-LHC gives us our best shot ever at actually creating one of these things.
And then there's this absolutely mind-bending idea. Some theories, like string theory, they predict that our universe actually has more than the 3 spatial dimensions we all live in. These extra dimensions could just be curled up incredibly small, so we can't see them. But if they're there, the insane energies inside the HL-LHC could maybe, just maybe, kick a particle so hard it vibrates into one of these other dimensions, leaving behind a weird energy signature our detectors could spot. It's a long shot for sure, but wow, a discovery like that would just change everything we think we know about reality.
You know, it is so easy to get lost in the mind-bending physics of it all, but it is really crucial to remember that the HL-LHC, it's not just a machine. It represents something so much bigger. It is a truly global project, a massive collaborative effort to expand what we know just for the sake of knowing.
And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Even though CERN in Europe is coordinating it, this is not a European project. It's a human project. We're seeing huge contributions: technology, money, brilliant people coming from the United States, Japan, China, Canada, and dozens of other nations. I mean, in a world that feels pretty divided a lot of the time, here you have thousands of scientists from all over the globe, all working together on one common goal: to figure out how the universe works.
And the benefits just ripple out, far beyond pure physics. A project like this is a giant engine for innovation. Just to solve the problems the HL-LHC presents, these teams have had to invent completely new technologies. And those advances in things like cryogenics and magnets, they often find their way into other fields, like medical imaging. Think better MRI machines. And that absolute flood of data they're going to get is pushing the limits of big data and AI. The big takeaway is that the HL-LHC isn't just answering today's questions, it's building the foundation for whatever comes next, like the even crazier future circular collider.
And that really is maybe the most important thing to take away from all of this. For all of its power, for all of its incredible complexity, the High-Luminosity LHC is not the final chapter. It's a bridge. It's a vital, absolutely necessary bridge to the next era of discovery. It's going to measure everything we can measure with this technology. And in doing that, it's going to point the way forward.
So we go into this whole massive endeavor with a pretty clear shopping list of things we're hoping to find. But if the history of science has taught us anything, it's that the biggest, most revolutionary discoveries are almost always the ones nobody saw coming. So as we get ready to flip the switch on this incredible machine, we're left with this thought. The HL-HLC is designed to find the answers we're looking for. But what if its greatest discovery is a question we haven't even thought to ask yet?
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive. We really want to once again thank Jörg O. Schneeppad. His fantastic work is what made this whole explainer possible.
And if you want to explore more about quantum technology and the frontiers of physics, you should definitely visit schneeppad.de. There's a ton of great information there. Goodbye!
Schneeppad.de is a private project by Jörg O. Schneeppad dedicated to promoting quantum technology. Its mission is to present knowledge in a way that is clear, precise, and transparent for those just starting out, as well as for experts who wish to deepen their expertise. He firmly believes that education and access to well-structured information are the keys to unlocking the full potential of this future technology. If his work helps you realize your own visions and actively and consciously shape quantum technology, then the goal of his project has been achieved.